What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. I hope everyone is healthy and well today. Welcome all my new supporters. Today we'll be reacting to a highly requested video. Today we'll be reacting to top 25 places to visit in Germany. A nice little travel guide. You guys know how much I love these travel guide videos. Original video link will be down below in the description. Let's jump right into this, man. I'm not wasting no time. I really do love these travel guide videos, man.
What's up, guys? My name is Ryan Shirley, and I want to show you some of my favorite places in the magical country of Germany. So here is my Germany
crazy.
Top 25.
Shout out to Ryan Shirley, man. Top 25 Germany.
It's a land full of fairy tale towns, endless castles, and enchanting sceneries. Germany has so much waiting to be explored. Let's start this video off at Germany's highest mountain, the Zugspitze. Now, with a height of 2,962 meters, it's easily one of the most impressive mountains in the country. Zugspitze is located in southern Germany, and the easiest way to get to the top of the mountain is by a cable car. It costs around 60 euros, and it's one of the biggest gondolas I've ever been in.
6 or 60?
Is by a cable car. It costs around 60 euros, and it's one of the biggest gondolas I've ever been in. It's honestly an engineering phenomenon and a little scary going up. And once you reach the top, you can explore the mountain station. I mean, it really blew me away up there. It totally reminded me of an evil villain's lair. One thing that I thought was interesting is you can walk through this tunnel and it'll take you to the Austrian side of Zugspitze. Now, from the platform on the German side, you can see the summit cross.
They high up there, bro.
Of Zugspitze. Now, from the platform on the German side, you can see the summit cross. Me and my brother decided we wanted to climb to the top. The snow made it a little sketchy, but we held on tight to the iron wire and climbed a ladder and made it to the cross. I mean, the views were unreal up there. I mean, if you go in the summertime, I'm sure it's not as sketchy to summit this. Now, after Zugspitze, you can take the cable...
No. What did he say? Wait, what?
Climbed a ladder and made it to the cross. I mean, the views were unreal up there. I mean, if you go in the summertime, I'm sure it's not as sketchy to summit this.
No. If you go in the summer, I think you're still cooked. If you don't have no experience, it's going to be a little difficult. If you got experience, it's just another workout. But I don't know. I feel like it's going to be just as hard in the summer as if it was snowy for me, you know, because I ain't got no experience. I feel like, I don't know. Well, maybe because the way I'm thinking of it, like, I feel like I could just walk right up.
After Zugspitze, you can take the cable car down to visit the lake Eibsee. Now, it's known as the Maldives of the Alps with its clear water and tree-dotted islands. I mean, the color of the water there is astounding. Now, if you have time, I definitely recommend walking along the lake. It's full of beautiful groves of trees and a perfect place to relax on the shoreline and enjoy some Bavarian nature. After, we're going to head over to Wagenbrüche. Now, I have to say, this is one of the most scenic places in all of Germany. I mean, I was just baffled by this place.
Like,
it's
look at the
beautiful
background.
Little lake nestled in the mountains, and it's full of farm sheds that dot the hillside. Now, the lake is overlooked by the perfectly placed Karwendel Alps. I mean, it reminded me a lot of Alpe d'Huez in the Dolomites. I had such a fun time exploring here. I just walked down a little dirt road to get there, and it was a spectacular place to enjoy the Bavarian sunset. While we're still in Bavaria, we're going to head over to Berchtesgaden. Now, I have to say, this is one of the most beautiful towns in all of Germany. It's just a...
I feel like I've seen this in like an Instagram reel. You know, like the Instagram reels they be showing, like... Okay, I'm not going to keep singing that song, but it's a certain song they keep playing when it comes to like the travel guide videos and stuff, and I've been seeing it all on Instagram. I think Germany be in, or certain places within Germany be in those videos. They don't really be, you know, they be gatekeeping, bro. They don't really be dropping like the dots of where these places be, but I think I'm getting it right in this video because these are literally like the main type of photos that I was seeing as well.
Now, I have to say, this is one of the most beautiful towns in all of Germany. It's just a 2-hour drive from Munich, and it's nestled in the Bavarian Alps. One of my favorite features of Berchtesgaden is the Watzmann Mountain. It's a uniquely shaped peak that towers over the town. It almost looks like someone took a bite out of it. One thing I love about Berchtesgaden is there's so many beautiful churches to explore. One of my favorites is the church in Ramsau. It's right next to this beautiful stream, and there's this picture-perfect bridge to observe the church from. Another one of my favorites is the Maria Jern Church, which offers a perfect view of the Watzmann Mountain. one of the main reasons I wanted to go to
Wait, so these are like his favorites. So would you say I don't know why my camera keeps like changing the color of my face? It might be the hoodie. I don't know. Maybe if I unzip a little bit, guys, maybe that'll help. But I gotta play with the settings. You see how it's like it got my face looking all red and crazy? Like if I do this, I go right back to normal. I don't know what it is. Look, back to normal. I don't know what it is, but we're definitely gonna figure that out. But do you think this is like these are the best 25 places within Germany to visit, accurately? Or is it just strictly his opinion? I know it's his opinion, but would you agree with his opinion? Would you list them differently? Please let me know in the comments, but this is just a travel guide video that we are checking out. It's just something I wanted to react to. It was highly, highly recommended. I'm seeing a lot of places to go hiking. I told you guys I've been wanting to go camping and hiking, and I feel like, you guys really been listening. A lot of these places can involve that. I mean, I hope, right? Who's ever like gone hiking on a mountain or something? That's crazy. I don't know. I just feel like I want to do something like that,
Berchtesgaden was to visit Hitler's Eagle's Nest. Now, I'm really fascinated with World War II history, and I had to see this place for myself. Now, the Eagle's Nest was built in 1939 and was given to Hitler for his 50th birthday. Now, to get to the Eagle's Nest,
hey, they put it right there on the edge.
39 and was given to Hitler.
This is supposed to be like a getaway? Whoever like bought this and gave it to him or built it, that's just devious. Like, if I'm not okay, did he mention how to get there? Do we gotta drive or something? Or like, what you gotta land a helicopter?
Hitler's Eagle's Nest. Now, I'm really fascinated with World War II history, and I had to see this place for myself. Now, the Eagle's Nest was built in 1939 and was given to Hitler for his 50th birthday. Now, to get to the Eagle's Nest, you can take a bus up. When you get to the top, you'll walk through a deep tunnel into the mountain. When I was in there, it was just crazy to think that Hitler walked these same walls. Now, at the end of the tunnel, there's a circular room that leads you into a golden elevator. Even though the Eagle's Nest and the road leading up to it cost nearly 200 million euros to make, adjusted for inflation, Hitler only visited it on 14 documented occasions. This may be because Hitler was afraid of heights, and he was also scared of using the elevator. Thankfully, the Eagle's Nest wasn't destroyed in World War II, and today it's a restaurant with panoramic views. And while you're there, you can hike up some walking paths into the Berchtesgaden National Park, enjoying the incredible sights of this historical destination.
I would definitely go here and like eat. Now that's something cool, man. I'd definitely go there and like eat and everything. It's more useful now. It's for the public to enjoy the view, the scenery. It was turned into a fabulous restaurant and everything. I would definitely enjoy that.
We're going to head back to Berchtesgaden to visit the lake Constance. Now, the lake was created by glaciers, which makes it feel like you're in a fjord you'd see in Norway or New Zealand. When I was there, we took a boat ride to the end of the lake. It cost around 15 euros and took about 50 minutes to...
Wait, but wouldn't people like kind of neglect spending their money or supporting such franchise or like a restaurant, knowing what the history was and like who it was given to and who it was for and who used to visit it and like sleep there and everything? No. I mean, I guess, I don't know. Or is it just strictly tourists that go there? Like, are Germans saying, no, we're not going there? Let me know, please. Please. Let me know. Well, what y'all standing on? Let me know, please.
Cross the lake. Now, the foot of the lake, it cost around 15 euros and took about 50 minutes to cross the lake. Now, the first stop was to the famous St. Bartholomew's Church. We kept going and we reached the end of the lake. We then hiked about 10 minutes to reach Obersee. I mean, just home to this iconic lake hut, and the scenery there is just astounding. I mean, the lake's so clear, and it's just surrounded by massive mountain walls that are hard to explain. I mean, I just had a great time enjoying the scenery around the lake. Definitely got to explore Constance and Obersee while you're in Berchtesgaden. After, we're going to visit the city of Dresden. Now, located in eastern Germany.
I've been hearing so much about Dresden, man.
Czech Republic border. Dresden is an incredibly beautiful city built upon the Elbe River. It's famous for its Baroque and Rococo architecture.
Yup.
Now, leading up to the 20th century, Dresden was just a remarkably beautiful place. But tragically, during World War II, the city was almost completely destroyed by
Yup.
air raids. I mean, the whole
Crazy.
city was just turned into rubble. Now, the restoration of the city
And when I look at it now, I'll be like, bro, how in the how long did it take? How were they able to rebuild the whole city back up? I gotta go to the city, bro. Stop playing. Stop playing. If I remember his name correctly, Ryan Shirley. Amazing video.
It took decades to complete. The whole city was just turned into rubble. Now, the restoration of the city took decades to complete. Now, today, Dresden is one of Germany's most visited cities and has been nicknamed the Florence of the Elbe. Now, a beautiful nature spot near Dresden is the Bastei Bridge. It's located in Saxon, Switzerland, and it's this famous rock formation, part of the Elbe Sandstone Mountains. It's been a tourist attraction for over 200 years. In 1824, a wooden bridge was made.
Bro, it's crazy to even think that something you're standing on today, if I were to visit in 2026, was built in what, 1824?
Tourist attraction for over 200 years. In 1824, a wooden
That's crazy. So you mean to tell me people from 1824, the year of 1824, was standing here, and it was wooden?
wooden bridge was made into the rock formation, which was later replaced to the present bridge today. I mean, such a cool spot.
Wait a minute. So before it was just wood, they was moving devious. They ain't had no stone, no brick under. They was just straight up wood. How like durable? How sturdy was it? You know? Is this still like the original wood?
Now, afterwards, we're going to visit
that's
some of
nice.
Germany's rivers. Now, Germany is home to some of Europe's most important rivers, and many scenic cities, towns, and castles have been built upon the river shores. Now, one of the most important is the Danube. It originates in the Black Forest and empties in the Black Sea on Romania's coast, making it the second largest river in all Europe. Now, one of my favorite cities on the Danube is Passau. It's located right on the Austrian border, and Passau is nicknamed the City of Three Rivers as it's built upon the confluence of the Danube, Inn, and Ilz rivers. And it's just pretty cool how you can see the different colors of the rivers as they merge together. Now, during the Renaissance period, Passau was one of Germany's...
Hey, if I'm not mistaken, don't they got something to do with like a chemical change or like a chemical bondage or something? It's a video I seen, like, you know, as to why it does that, because you know our oceans, two oceans do that. So, got something to do with like chemicals, maybe, or maybe like the salts, or somebody please let me know.
The rivers as they merge together. Now,
That's
during the
cool.
Renaissance period, Passau was one of Germany's best sword and bladed weapon manufacturers. I mean, it must have been pretty cool to live in Passau back then. Now, the longest river in Germany is the Rhine. It begins in Switzerland and empties in the North Sea as it crosses through important cities such as Cologne and Dusseldorf. Now, the banks of the Rhine River are home to so many towns and castles. An interesting place is the Pfalz Grafenstein Castle, quite the name. Now, it was built in the 14th century and served as a toll station for passing ships. A chain was put across the river, making sure ships would pay the toll, and uncooperative sailors would be put in the castle's dungeon. I mean, it's pretty fascinating if you ask me. Now, another notable river in Germany is the Mosel. It's located in western Germany, and the Mosel River is home to some of Germany's best wine country, as the river's hillsides are covered with terraced vineyards where some of the best Riesling grapes grow. One of the most notable places on the river is the Cologne Castle. The original castle was built back in the 1100s.
I hope nobody's just walking around, you know, taking it off the trees and stuff. Do people really do stuff like that in Germany, or is it like a no? Like, if you didn't plant it yourself, you're not going to take it. But please let me know, because other people might think it's like the wilderness. Like, we might as well just pick some of these. Who gonna notice?
Notable places on the river is the Cologne Castle. The original castle was built back in the 1100s, and it made its money by collecting shipping tolls on passing ships down on the river. Sadly, it was destroyed in 1689 by the French, but in 1868, a wealthy businessman from Berlin decided to rebuild the castle ruins. Today, it stands perched on a hill overlooking the beautiful town of Cologne and the Mosel River. Another fairy tale.
What was the purpose of rebuilding it? Why'd he do it? I mean, he rich, but what was the purpose of spending money? He just wanted to rebuild such thing. Maybe he was fascinated. Like, why did... Hey, now that's somebody really putting on for their country, bro. Real talk. You help out when it's needed, when you can. Like, here you go. That's what I be saying. Like, if I was blessed to have so much money like that, I wouldn't even care to just hand it over. I know I'm gonna make it back. I know I'm blessed. I'm living life good. It's paid off. Everything paid. I don't care at this point. I want to be able to help and give my money away. I done bought so much and still probably ain't even satisfied. That's why I be telling people, who cares about materialistics? Here you go. Like, I straight up give it away. I'd probably get the whole castle rebuilt too if I had that much money. I put that on my life. I put that on my soul. If I was ride or die for my country the way that person was, yeah.
On a hill overlooking the
Great
beautiful town of Cohem and the Mosel River. Another fairy tale location in Germany is the Hohenzollern Castle. Now I had to say this is one of the most fairy tale location in Germany is the Hohenzollern Castle.
Hohenzollern.
Now I had to say this is one of the most impressive castles in all of Germany. It sits perfectly on Mount Hohenzollern and can be seen from miles away. Hohenzollern is the last of 3 castles that was built.
It has a pool?
Upon this hill. It was completed in 1867 as a memorial to the Prussian royal family. Today it's one of Germany's most visited castles, and I understand why. Now after we're going to...
okay, a royal family lived there, so it definitely did have a pool and everything. If that's not a roof, I can't really tell.
Today it's one of Germany's most visited castles, and I understand why. Now after we're going to visit Lake Constance.
Wait, if I'm not mistaken, he did say royal family, right? But at the top of the hill. Who else would like live in something like this, you know?
67 as a memorial to the Prussian royal family. Today it's one of Germany's most visited castles, and I understand why. Now after we're going to visit Lake Constance. Now it's this massive lake that's not only in Germany but also borders Austria and Switzerland. Now it's the second largest lake in all of Europe by volume. Now one scenic place on the lake is this town called Lindau. Now what makes it so unique is that it's this island. Now it was first mentioned by a monk in the 9th century, and during medieval times it became quite the fortified city. Today it's a popular place to visit. I just love the harbor and just the fact that it's an island. I mean, just such a cool place. Another picturesque city on Lake Constance is Meersburg. It's located right on the shores, and it's a historical town lined with beautiful colored houses.
Very vibrant.
After we're going to visit the capital city of Berlin. Now today Berlin is a thriving capital with a population of over 3.6 million people.
It's probably the only city that Americans really know. You know, mention Germany, when you try to talk about Germany, you'd be like, oh, Berlin.
It's an incredible city with a complicated history. Now, Berlin was first documented in the 13th century during World War II.
And that's probably why we know so much about it. And that's probably why it's the most talked about city in Germany. The most talked about anything in Germany. And because of what it had to, what it had involved with it, should I say, excuse me, you know? Who was involved with it? Bro, my country got to do better. You could have taught us so much more about Germany other than just the negatives that happened. That's not what Germany was made of. Especially the times I went to school. Germany been fixed. Why are we still talking about it? You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, teach it a little bit, but like, I understand. It was something that something bad that happened to Jews. I really do understand. And we needed to be taught that. But at the same time, our whole life though, bro, we could have switched it up each year or every semester. We're going to focus on Holocaust. And then this semester, we're going to focus on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if I was teachers, if I had to like make the teaching system, if I had control over the academic system, I would definitely do something like that. This is why the people are behind in this country. Like the conversations don't last too long because the knowledge stops. Like, stops right there. It's over, bro. I don't know.
Population of over 3.6 million people. It's an incredible city with a complicated history. Now, Berlin was first documented in the 13th century. During World War II, it was the headquarters of Hitler's Third Reich and became the most heavily bombed city in history. After the war, Berlin was divided into the East and West Berlin. With the end of the Cold War, East and West Berlin were finally reunited in 1990. So one of my favorite spots is the Rothenburg Gate. It's this 18th century neoclassical monument that is Germany's national symbol of unity and peace. You can also check out...
Wait, so they did... Wait, so if they split it up like that, that means y'all had to pay tolls and stuff? You had to pay fees? But that had to be a pain, right? That's a way to draw money as well from the people, you know, for war. It's going straight to war.
Classical monument that is Germany's national symbol of unity and peace. You can also check out the Berlin Wall Memorial to see remnants of the historical wall. After Berlin, we're going to head over to Hamburg. Located in northern Germany on the Elbe River, Hamburg is the second largest city in Germany after Berlin. Thanks to its access to the North Sea, Hamburg grew as the port city throughout the ages. Today it is Europe's third largest port. I just love all the canals that run through the city. Hamburg is home to 2,500 bridges, making it the city with the highest number of bridges in Europe. It reminds me of a modern-day Venice. A really impressive spot in the city is the Speicherstadt. It's the largest warehouse district in the world. Now, another beautiful spot in the city is the Auster Lakes. It's a set of 2 artificial lakes that are often full of sailboats during the summertime. While we're still in northern
I've always wanted to go sailing.
We're going to visit Lübeck. Now located just an hour's drive from Hamburg, Lübeck is the second largest city on Germany's Baltic coast. Lübeck is famous for being the de facto capital of the Hanseatic League, which was a medieval organization that dominated maritime trade between the 13th and 15th centuries. Even after the Hanseatic League fell apart in 1669, Lübeck remained an important trading town on the Baltic Sea. Today, Lübeck is one of northern Germany's most beautiful cities, and it's nicknamed the City of Seven Towers thanks to its prominent church towers that dot the city. My favorite feature of Lübeck is the Holstein Gate. It was built in 1464 and served as the city's gate. Today, it's a museum and stands as a symbol for the city. I mean, I just love its 2 Gothic towers, and they kind of have a lean on them. Such an incredible structure. Now, from Lübeck, you can venture up to the Baltic coast. A beautiful area is Bråten. It's home to coastal cliffs and up to the Baltic coast.
Like, if I could build my dream home right here, have such a view, that'll be amazing. Like, you know, I pray one day that I could have a home, you know, with land and everything, but I could still have a beach view behind me as well in the distance. Something like this. That's magnificent. Oh my gosh.
A beautiful area is Bråten. It's home to coastal cliffs and incredible views of the Baltic Sea. There's a walking trail that follows the coast, and it's
whose house was that? Who lived right there? As a vehicle, somebody lives right here? Or somebody gotta put me on. Somebody gotta tell me if this is like a business or something. I don't know. Maybe like a bathroom for the people. Let me know. Do somebody actually live here? That's crazy. But that is valid, though. It's a dream I would never move.
Cliffs and incredible views of the Baltic Sea. There's a walking trail that follows the coast, and it's an ideal spot to explore on a summer day. You can also visit the shores of Schwarbutz. There's a massive beach and pier to walk out on. One of the most beautiful palaces in northern Germany is the Schwerin Castle. It's located about an hour from Hamburg, and the castle is built upon an island in Lake Schwerin. There's been castles on the island since the 10th century, but the majority of the castle you see today was built in the 19th century. The castle is regarded as one of Europe's best examples of romantic architecture and is being nicknamed the Neuschwanstein of the North. Afterwards, we're going to visit Cologne.
They did put a lot of detail.
Now located on the Rhine River of the North. Afterwards, we're going to visit Cologne. Now located on the Rhine River in western Germany, this 2,000-year-old city is full of history and beauty. It was established in the 1st century AD thanks to its location as one of Europe's major trade routes. It grew to be one of the largest cities north of the Alps during medieval and Renaissance times. Sadly, during World War II, Cologne was one of the most heavily bombed cities. Thankfully, the city has been rebuilt today. The most popular attraction of the city is the Cologne Cathedral. Its construction began in 1248 AD, and it wasn't completed for nearly 600 years until 1880. I mean, the
Wow,
wait was worth it.
600?
I just can't believe the details of this Gothic
The
cathedral.
details crazy. 600 years. So that means the people building this didn't even get a chance to see it finish. They just knew they'd be working on it forever. And they just would never see the finishing touches. Besides, if it's on like a drawing or a painting, that's crazy, bro. Wow. Wow.
After Cologne, we're going to head over to Frankfurt. Located in west central Germany, Frankfurt is one of Europe's major financial hubs, and it's home to the European Central Bank. It's full of beautiful skyscrapers, and it kind of reminds me of
Yeah, that's where that money at. The people up in there, it's either a office job, a CEO, franchise, but it could be a Eclipse. I'm thinking of like Eclipse Towers. This is not the U.S. Excuse me, but it could be like high-rise apartments. That's something neutral to say, yeah. High-rise, mid-rise apartments. Bro, that is amazing. This is definitely where the money is. It's going to be really expensive to live or to shop or to eat anywhere in this area, probably.
And it's home to the European Central Bank. It's full of beautiful skyscrapers and kind of reminds me of American cities. Aside from its skyscrapers and financial districts, Frankfurt is a beautiful historical town. One of the most popular places is Rothenburg. It's a beautiful town square lined with colorful timber houses that will get your German vibes going. Afterwards, we're going to visit.
Is it expensive? Please let me know. I don't know. I don't live out there. I said probably, I'm assuming because of like what I'm seeing and everything. It usually has stuff to do with the architecture, what you're getting, for what you're paying and everything. A lot of tourists, people that just live in that area that got money. Please let me know though, because I can't really compare it to how it's like in the US. But what I'm seeing in other countries when it's set up the same way, just like what I'm seeing in this video, it tends to be more pricier, It tends to be, but let me know.
Colorful timber houses that will get your German vibes going. Afterwards, we're going to visit Heidelberg. Now, located about an hour's drive from Frankfurt, Heidelberg is a historic city situated on the Neckar River. Heidelberg is probably best known for its university that was founded over 600 years ago, making it Germany's oldest university. I mean, it would be so cool to study there. Now, what I love about the city is its bridges that cross the Neckar River.
Imagine what this place looks like at Christmas. Like, oh my gosh. But that's if people put up lights and stuff, Something like this. If you guys ever seen that movie Frozen,
cool to study there. Now,
I'm like, and you see how it looks right now, I'm thinking of like Christmas with the snow and the lights and everything. Not saying that you guys would do any of that, you know what I'm saying? But that's just what I'm seeing in my head, like, whoa, like straight out of a movie type of thing, basically, like as a compliment. It do look straight out of a movie, because I'm over here comparing it to Frozen and the the little towns they had and everything. But in my mind, I literally see snow, lights, like Christmas themed lights, not really like Christmas, but like snow and just the colorful, vibrant lights and stuff. It's just, oh, this is nice. This is nice. This is nice. This is nice.
What I love about the city is its bridges that cross the Neckar River. I mean, Germany knows how to design a beautiful city. Now, while we're still in southwestern Germany, we're going to visit the Black Forest. Now, located
Black Forest, you call it Green Forest. Bro, ain't nothing but green everywhere. And you driving through here, you should be nothing but happy.
Now, while we're still in southwestern Germany, we're going to visit the Black Forest. Now, located right on the border of France, the region is famous for its dense forest, picturesque villages, and is often associated with the Brothers Grimm's fairy tales. Now, one of the most prominent cities in the Black Forest is Freiburg. It's a vibrant university town with some incredible architecture. I mean, I'd love to just road trip through the Black Forest this summer. Now, I
really do like how it's congested. I like how everything is like kind of close and it's like a snuggish. I do. I'm not really a fan of the spacious. If I did want some space, I definitely have my own land. I have some acres and stuff, build my own home and everything. But like, if I gotta live in like a home or something and have neighbors close by, I would love for it to be, compact like this. I really would. It's just a more cozy, snug feeling. You guys agree or disagree?
Some incredible architecture. I mean, I'd love to just road trip through the Black Forest this summer. Now afterwards, we're going to visit the magical village of Rothenburg. Now when you go to Rothenburg, you'll feel like you're walking in a fantasy movie. It's one of the most preserved medieval old towns in all of Europe. During the Middle Ages, Rothenburg thrived as it was located at the crossroads of European trade routes. At the beginning of the 15th century, it rose to becoming the second largest city in all of Germany, but during the 17th century, Rothenburg faced adversities such as the 30-Year War and the bubonic plague. Without much resources, Rothenburg's growth was halted, which aided in keeping the town preserved in its medieval state. Today, Rothenburg maintains its medieval charm, and it's been the inspiration for sets of Disney movies such as Pinocchio. If you go, you can check out the famous...
That's what I was about to say. I was about to start naming the Disney movies. I was about to go down the list, and we was going to sit here and figure it out. We was going to sit here and figure it out until I remembered, bro.
Inspiration for sets of Disney movies such as Pinocchio. If you go, you can check out the famous Cloning Corner or witness the beautiful Christmas markets. I mean, it's just hard to beat the allure of this German village. From Rothenburg, you can make the 3-hour drive to the beautiful city of Munich, also known as Bavaria's capital. Munich is located in the south of Germany, about 50 kilometers from the Alps. During World War II, Munich was heavily bombed by over 70 air raids, but today the city is restored to its former beauty. One of the most popular spots is the Marienplatz Central Square. You'll find the new town hall with its stunning clock tower and historical figurines. Now for our final destination, we're going to visit the iconic Neuschwanstein Castle.
How long did it take to rebuild the town? How long did it take?
Now for our final destination, we're going to visit the iconic Neuschwanstein Castle. I have to say that it is the most beautiful castle in all Europe. It's what inspired Disney's Sleeping Beauty castle. I mean, it's just the perfect place for a princess. Now, the castle is nestled at the very tip of southern Germany. Neuschwanstein Castle is placed perfectly in the mountains with a phenomenal 360 view of the Bavarian Alps and the town below. The construction of the castle began in 1869. During World War II, the SS debated blowing up the castle to prevent it from falling into the enemy's hands, but thankfully it never happened. Today, the castle receives over 1.4 million visitors a year, so it's definitely a tourist hotspot.
Oh yeah, and I feel like, you know what I really feel like? Well, I'm kind of just mind blown at the fact of like how skilled, these architects and construction workers were. Like how ahead in advance they actually were back in those times. You guys don't ever think about that? Like, oh, this was built in 1614. They built what? Bro, there's stuff that was built in like 1213. And it's like stuff we've never seen before in today's time. Like, wow. Where's that at, man? At least in my country, I don't really see them go all out or, go crazy. It seems like the U.S. is not advancing when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? It's just beautiful, though. And they would never, ever make castles again because that's just not the swag in today's time. But do you think it's possible to get a castle built as like a home? Like if I told them I want a castle built, I think like if I got money, if you're rich, you could do what you want pretty much, right? I could get a castle if I wanted to, right? On a mountain, I have to. If you got money,
when I was there, we walked around 4 million visitors a year, so it's definitely a tourist hotspot. When I was there, we walked around the castle. When you're up close, you realize how huge it really is. King Ludwig had some imagination. Anyways, I found a great vantage point in the trees with a perfect view of the castle. I just can't get over the beauty of this place. It's truly something out of a Disney fairy tale. Now, another incredible spot nearby is St. Coloman's Church. It's located just a few minutes away and has a splendid view of the castle and the Bavarian Alps. One of my favorite memories of my time in Germany was enjoying the sunset at the church, just marveling at the green pastures and overall scenery. Germany truly is a magical place. Well, that is it for my Germany Top 25. I'm just barely scratching the surface. There's so many more incredible...
Barely scratching the surface? So that means, is that a home getting built right there, bro? That's what I'm saying. I'll do something like that and then watch everybody, my family, everybody, friends, everybody. Oh, you weird, because I want to move out in yonder. I am one to do something like this out in the middle of nowhere. I'm in the mountains with it. How you gonna find me? Man, a helicopter gonna even have a hard time finding me. How you think a helicopter? I mean, unless they skilled, they not really gonna drop too low or really notice you that quick. Bro, this was an amazing video. Original video link will be down below in the description.
Germany, top 25. I'm just barely
It's
scratching.
about barely scratching the surface. So what are some other places that we should check out in the comments down below, or some other videos that we should react to? Please recommend some more. Flood my comment section. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications on. Subscribe to all my other YouTube channels down below in the description. We are continuing our journey of educating ourselves, as an American. Just me as an American. I don't know. I probably got some Americans, joining along. But I definitely got some supporters abroad out there in other countries. But it's just all of us basically tagging along and learning about the other countries out there. But he says scratching the surface. It's like this in every video. Why every video I react to, they just scratch the surface? I'm pretty sure you could like bang out the whole US in one video. These countries are big. And please flood my comment section. Feel free to subscribe to all my other channels if you would like to continue the journey with me. I would love for you to continue the journey with me. Let's all educate ourselves and learn. You know what I'm saying? I want to actually travel to these places someday. So it's best to educate myself now so I can have that wisdom when traveling abroad. I can know what places to visit, what things to eat. What things to do. Not just wasting my time, wasting my money. It's going to hit different when I could be able to point out a building. Look at all these buildings. I could be able to point out that specific building and be like, oh, I know that. That's from such and such, or that's from this movie, or that's from back in this time, or this happened in war. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love really reacting to these videos, man. Stay safe, and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video. Thank you for joining me today to react to top 25 places to visit in Germany. A beautiful travel guide. Original video link will be down below in the description.